This morning, water woes continue in some areas as the thaw begins. We'll have the latest from Whitesburg. And we'll look at how our London ministry helped folks during our recent brutal stretch of winter weather.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Welcome to Mountain News This Morning. I'm Neela Green here with you on this Tuesday, February 10th. The time is now 5:30, and let's check in with meteorologist Megan Dusmal for a look at your forecast this morning. Megan, the sunshine was so pretty yesterday, and it just really has me looking forward to spring.
I know, I'm definitely looking forward to spring. We're not there just quite yet, and we still have to get to March, but we're on our way there. Just a couple of weeks left until we do get into the spring. So let's talk about those temperatures as it's starting to warm up. Right now, some 20s and 30s, and for some, even some upper 30s. It's 39 right now in Jackson, Pikeville, and Prestonsburg. So not terrible for many folks. But as we head into the afternoon, we're going to watch this much warmer weather come in from the southwest, bringing us chances for 60s all across the board. And for some, we're getting pretty close to that 70-degree mark. 71 is that forecast high in Manchester. 69 is the high in Williamsburg. With the amount of sunshine that we get today, though, it is possible that we could see that reach 70 degrees. We'll keep on watching that throughout the day. But in terms of what you need to know as you're heading out the door, mostly clear skies. And that's the way it'll stay for a while, watching cloud cover increase throughout the day. And as we head into the late evening hours, we're going to watch as a chance of showers returns into the forecast, issuing cooler temperatures as we're heading into tomorrow. Neely.
Megan, thank you. A Southern Kentucky fire chief is being credited with saving a life just days after taking the job. A home in Monticello caught fire Sunday morning. Officials believe it was caused by a space heater being used to heat the home. Monticello's fire chief Cody Reagan was the first to arrive on scene and saved a man who was still inside the home. Reagan started the job just 2 days prior.
Had a very short window of time that we could get this guy out because he had took in a lot of smoke at the moment, so we just got him out as quick as we could and turned him over to EMS.
We are told the man injured in the fire is expected to recover. A woman is facing charges after police say she escaped from a Southern Kentucky jail. This happened Saturday night. Corbin police say this woman, Misty Phillips, is an inmate at the Whitley County Detention Center. She was at Baptist Regional Medical Center when officers say she escaped after assaulting a deputy. They say she got out with her shackles still on. Officers from 10 law enforcement agencies helped search for Phillips. They used thermal imaging drones, canines, and a coordinated foot search. Police say they found Phillips in a rough wooded area near the hospital. She was arrested and is now being charged with escape and assault. A Laurel County basketball coach will not filing criminal charges after a parent allegedly assaulted them. The Lexington Herald later reports the investigation stems from a game between North Laurel and Jackson County's girls basketball teams. The Jackson County attorney didn't name the North Laurel coach, but said a player's father was involved. The Jackson County Sheriff's Office is investigating, and a grand jury could still consider an indictment. An investigation is underway after a CSX train collided with the West Virginia State Troopers cruiser Saturday night in Logan County, West Virginia. Troopers say the police cruiser was trying to slow down and collided with the train that was also traveling at a slow speed. Nobody was injured in the collision, and the West Virginia State Police say the police cruiser had minimal damage. According to investigators, weather conditions did play a factor. Isaiah Jordan lives right up the road and says he heard the aftermath of the crash.
Me and my friends was getting ready to go to a basketball game, and we heard a bunch of sirens because we just live right when you come by here. And we came over here, and we heard somebody got hit by a train, but nobody knew who it was.
The state trooper who was involved in the incident was taken to the hospital to get checked out following the accident, but was able to return to work. After the vandalism at the AEP substation, a do not consume order was put in place back on Wayne Water back on January 16th. To support the community during that time, cases of bottled water were being handed out and portable showers and laundry units were brought in. This past Friday, that order was lifted. Now Wayne Town Hall says they will be done handing out water to people sometime midweek, leaving community members who are unsure about how safe the water is stuck trying to figure out what to do next.
We may go back to, of course, like washing hair with it or something like that. But as far as consuming it or no, there's not enough answers. You don't want to put something in your body that's going to, hurt you.
The showers outside of Town Hall will be gone by today, and the laundry units will be gone by Wednesday. When it comes to water access, folks in parts of the region are still seeing the impacts of the winter weather as officials look for line leaks while temperatures warm up. WYMT's Buddy Forbes has the latest on the situation in Whitesburg.
With the mountains warming from the recent frosty forecast, winter water woes continue for the city of Whitesburg.
The thaw and the freeze is not good on any water system, especially one that's got a little age to it.
Public Works Director Chris Cottle says like many systems throughout the state, Whitesburg is dealing with new issues as the water lines begin thawing throughout the city.
During all the cold weather, we had troubles at the water plant. The plant couldn't treat the cold, clear water, and we got behind a little bit, and then we caught up just a little bit, and now we're experiencing leaks.
With workers hitting the road around the clock, city officials are asking the community to help reserve resources and pinpoint problems, asking folks to make note of any leaks or breaks near their homes and report them to City Hall.
We're still trying to conserve as much water as we can. We're isolating different sections of our system to build the tank up as much as we can, then turn it back on to where they can have water for, through the night or a few hours.
Cottle says at least 5 leaks have already been addressed, some seeing temporary fixes, and he expects to see more reports as the ground temperature increases, encouraging community members to be patient.
A lot of people talk negative about, when stuff happens like this, we work every day to try to prevent stuff like this, but it's just an aging system, and it happens. It happens, and you can't do nothing about it.
He says the nearby clinics, hospital, and nursing home are all aware of the issues and have been understanding and willing to work with scheduled outages as things are resolved.
It's not an overnight thing. It's not an overnight fix, but we do as best we can.
While he knows the outages are frustrating for the community, he says workers are devoted to getting the water flowing. In Letcher County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
If you live in city limits and notice a leak or broken line near you, you are encouraged to contact Whitesburg City Hall at 606-633-3700. With the weather changes, the next big problem for roads is potholes. Lexington Auto Shop Southside Auto Repair says they're already getting cars with damages from potholes. People driving on roads they're not familiar with are more likely to hit them. Service advisor Rich Odell says hitting a pothole could bust more than a tire.
They may end up with an impact break on the inside of the tire that they can't see. They may end up with a bent wheel and they think, it might be something else causing that.
Odell says to not wait around if you're having car troubles after hitting a pothole. Get your suspensions checked as soon as you can. With the ice melting, people now have the chance to clear some of the snow and ice off their property. But there are still some risks if you plan to shovel or salt your driveway or steps. Ashland Fire Chief Steve Alley is not recommending people get out on the ice at this time, but he says if there is a way to do it safely, make sure you are wearing slip-resistant shoes so you don't fall.
With this unusual weather that we've had, you have actual ice that is frozen 2 or 3 times over top of it. And it's very hazardous to get out on it and things like that. We're not really recommending anybody do it, but only if it can be done safely.
Chief Alley also says if you're out using a melt solution and removal tools, make sure you're working in small sections and to take breaks. Many folks across the Commonwealth lost electricity during the recent winter storm, but others did not have power to begin with. I spoke with the founder of a ministry in London that is dedicated to supporting the homeless. Isaiah 58:10 is a ministry dedicated to feeding the homeless. And with the recent winter weather, they are dedicated to keeping them warm as well.
That's what we do. That's our big thing, is feeding people. We feed everybody. We usually only house the unhoused, but in a state of emergency, you have to do what you have to do.
While they do house the homeless, Tracy Byers is willing to help anyone. And with folks losing electricity during the storm, many just needed a warm place to stay.
We had approximately 50 people at the Budget Host Inn, and I think we used about 30 rooms, and that was over a week. It was like 8 days or more.
Volunteer Betty Boggs says helping these folks is a blessing and serving the Lord is what it's all about.
God is here. I see it daily. I see it in the faces that we help. I see it in the ones that have went into recovery, into treatment, or the ones that have been able to have hope of getting an apartment or just getting an ID.
The ministry would not be possible without volunteers and those in the community who support the mission of the ministry. Byers says they need all the help they can get because the need is growing.
We're still needing help because the need keeps, it's getting bigger. I don't know if it's getting bigger or I'm just seeing more of it. It's out there.
Byers says churches and others have stepped up financially to help the ministry continue. Isaiah 58:10 and the City of London are partners for the White Flag Ministry, providing a warming shelter when temperatures drop below 32 degrees. A few schools remain closed yesterday and some will stay closed today, but that list is getting shorter. Some students are now back in the classroom after 2 weeks of being at home in Madison County. Many roads in the area are clear, like main roads, residential areas, and parking lots. This led to the decision that schools would be open. Hard work has gone into clearing the roads to make sure schools and other things could reopen.
You could just tell by the feedback that people give, like how appreciative they are of our public works department by getting these streets clear so people could go back and from to work, to school, to do anything they want to do.
Some rural roads remain icy, and on social media, Madison County school officials urge parents to use caution when taking kids to school. The ARH Foundation for Healthier Communities has awarded a $5,000 community grant to support a new food pantry initiative in Hazard at Hazard Community and Technical College. It's expected to support between 100 and 250 students. The free grocery and household items will help students experiencing food insecurity. The Minions are going up against a really bad bunny in the next installment of the popular franchise. We'll have those details.
And a cold front is on the way, which will be dropping temperatures as we're heading into Wednesday.